Every app deals with lists. A shopping app has a list of products. A messaging app has a list of messages. A social media app has a list of posts. Whenever you have a multiple items of the same kind, you store them in an array. An array is simply a list. Let's create our first array. We say the cost fruits, banana, and we say mango, and we say mango. Here we have an array containing 3 fruits. Now, how do we access a specific item? We use something called an index. Okay? We say console.log fruit. So we use index. Use index. Now, as you can see, we use something called an index. The output is mango. Wait, why is this first item at the position 0 instead of 1? Because array are 0 index. That means counting starts at 0. Okay, we say mango. Mango starts from 0 and banana counts as 1 and banana counts as 2. Then we say orange counts as 1. So now you understand. This is one of the biggest beginner mistake. Always remember the first item is index 0, not index 1. If an array has 5 items, the last item is at index 4. Now let's see how many items are in our array. So now the output is 3. You see it down here? The length property tells us how many items are inside the array. Now let's add a new fruit. Okay, we say fruits dot push. Find apples. So now you see, and if we bring this up here and then save, you can see we have 4 items, right? So push add item to the end of the array. Think of it like adding another item to the bottom of a list. Now let's remove the last item. We say fruit, we say fruits dot, you see, this remove the last item. So now we have 3 again. Pop remove the last item from the array. There are also 2 similar methods. Okay, let's say fruit dot unshift. Fruit dot unshift apple. You see, now we have 4 here again back. You can see it, right? Now we have 4 again, 4 here again. Let me bring this down here. Now you can see unshift add an item to the beginning, fruit dot unshift. Okay, here's the easiest way to remember them. Push add to the end. Okay, add to the ending, and pop remove from the end. Remove from the ending. Okay, and unshift add to the beginning. To the beginning. Okay, and shift and shift. And shift remove from the beginning. Okay, you will use push constantly when building an app. Let's display every item in the array. For that, we use a loop. Okay, we say for let I equals 0, I less than food.length, food.length. We say I plus plus. Okay, and We say console.log. So now when we use the for loop, you can see we print all of them. Okay, let's break this down. We start at 0 index and then we keep going while the index is less than the array. Each time through the loop, we move to the next index. Okay, this prints every fruit in the array. And this is exactly how React Native work behind the scene when rendering in a list. Components like FlatList take an array and display each item on the screen. Before we finish, let's look at a few common mistakes. Mistake number 1, try to get the first item using index 1. Okay, let's try to get the first index. So you see the mistake I'm talking about. To get the first item using index 1, so we say fruit. We say console.log fruit 1. Now this is the mistake number 1. When you try to get the first item, if you use 1, you are getting the second item. That is mistake number 1. Okay, always remember array start at 0. Mistake number 2, using length as the fruit index. Okay, mistake number 2 is, so you see, we say fruit fruits dot length. Okay, now if we click save, you can see it's it does not give us anything. That means it undefined. Okay, mostly it is on undefined. Okay, the last index is always -1. Whenever we want to do this last one here to display, we always use -1. Mistake number 3, thinking you can't change an array because it's used constant. This is allowed. Okay, fruits.push apple. It is allowed. What you can do is replace the entire array fruit equals apple and banana. Okay, that will cause an error. Array sort. Next, we will learn object. If array are list, objects are profile.